Hello, and welcome to another reading vlog. So today is currently Wednesday, the 27th of October, and it is currently about 8 o'clock at night. So not much reading has been done in the last few days, but before I do that, I thought I might show you guys. I got some mail. So I've got a book order and a stationery order. So we'll start with this beauty first. So I do know what these are because I ordered them myself. Oh, look at that. They opened very well too. Alright, so I'll start with the chunkiest of the two. And this one I'm quite excited for because it's A Shadow in the Ember by Jennifer L. Armentrout. So this little beauty is the prequel to the Blood and Ash series. I originally was not going to buy this, but since before I filmed this, Jennifer released the cover for book 4, and I thought, oh, I better get on it because I know this fills in a lot of history about the world with the Blood and Ash series, so I thought, well, better pick it up and read it. So this beauty, it comes in at, how many pages does it come in? It's a big boy. No. 632. So this is a pretty chunky boy. Part of me does want to start this right away, but I probably won't because I do kind of want to try and get Spookwathon, my books for Spookwathon done, which I'll talk about soon. So that is the first one. And the second one is another one I'm quite excited for, which is A Liar of Bones by Helen Schuer. So this book is a young adult fantasy about a siren who I'm pretty sure enters this competition. I'm not going to say too much about it here because I am going to be actually stopping my eye. Oh my goodness. Okay. So, yes, I will be doing this as a group read. Now, this is being hosted by Jace over at It's Me Jace on Instagram, so I'll, of course, leave his Instagram down below. So, if you guys want to join in for the buddy read, you are more than welcome to. So, we're going to be reading several chapters over the course of the 5 weeks of November. If I feel energetic enough, I may actually read this. Jump ahead and read this. I know some people have already started and finished it because apparently it is quite good. So yes, so that is that one. I'm not going to go into too much detail about the synopsis because I will touch on that a bit more in my TBR video for November. So that is those two. Now I also have my stationery order. So this is from a group called Washi Gang. Now they're an Australian-based stationery company that I found through Kate from Library of Kate's video. I'll link her channel down below so you guys can go check her out. But she did a stationery haul in one of her videos and I just had to go check them out and I bought some things. So we're going to open this little beauty. So we have lovely paper. So much paper. Okay, I love it. Anyway. Oh, we have Roxy. Oh, I really don't want to rip this open, but oh, this is so cute. Okay. Oh, I didn't. Alright, so we got this cute little washi tape that you get. I think it's, I don't know how much you had to spend, but I think you had to spend a certain amount. So, don't focus on me, focus on that. Okay. Oh, there we go. Oh, it's sort of not going to focus. Okay, so the first thing I ordered was a Happy Planner sticker book. So this is a butterfly themed one. Only little. And this has about 600 different stickers in it. So As you can see, we've got... Don't focus on me. Lovely. It's going to keep focusing on me now. Or going. But yeah, so this is a book of stickers for the Happy Planner, which I will show you guys in a minute. So there's that one. And now I'm a little bit ahead of myself, but I got myself a 2022 planner because I like to keep dates and appointments in a book, because trying to remember them off the top of my head at times gets very confusing. So I got, keeping with the butterfly theme, we have this gorgeous little planner. Yes, so this is a 12-month planner. Like I said, I like keeping a little planner in my backpack just so I can keep track of important dates, yada yada yada, because I don't remember stuff that well most days. So this is keeping with the butterfly theme. So cute. But I love butterflies, I really do. They had a cat one, but as much as I love cats, I didn't love the planner as much as this. So of course we got the, please focus, January and butterflies. So this will come in very handy for next year, because I am kind of hoping to start doing TAFE again / uni for a librarian course, because originally I had planned to do that in Melbourne at Swinburne University, practical wise, but unfortunately that was when a sudden little throat disease hit, and yes, unfortunately I couldn't end up going because of border restrictions. But I think the way things are going at the moment, it might be best if I just stay here in Queensland for the time being and do it externally. But we'll see whether that plan comes to fruition or not in times. But yes, so there's that little planner there. And the last thing I ordered, which I'm very, very excited about, is... Now, I was originally going to get a reading planner of this Instagram-based site that did 12 monthly planners, but unfortunately the cost was just way out of my price range, so I've decided to opt with this one. So this is a 4-month planner, but I will hopefully be buying a couple more later on in the year, hopefully, if these haven't sold out. Fingers crossed they don't, but if they do, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. So yes, this is the 4-month planner. So this is in keeping with the butterfly theme again. Lovely little monthly, don't focus on me, focus on that, stickers. Now, butterfly wings. Okay, so this may cause a bit of a problem reading journal-wise, but that's okay. I'm sure I can make some use of it reading journal-wise anyway. But yes, of course we have each date. So this is undated, so we've got the date, priorities, tasks to do, and of course lovely little butterflies. So yes, that is all my washi gang order. Very, very excited to use these, and yes, so not sponsored, just thought I'd share my lovely stationery haul. So in terms of reading wise, like I said, I have not done a whole ton of reading this week or this month. Out of the 5 books I was supposed to read, I've only read 2. And yeah, it's bad. So I was going to start, where is it? So for my contemporary, I was going to start Misconception by Rebecca Freeborn, but I don't think I'm in the mood to actually read a contemporary that's just all text. like this is just all text. So I was just in a not long been in an Instagram live with Crystal, and I asked the chat for recommendations. So I am going to swap this out for another contemporary. I do. Let me just find it. Sad Ghost Club. So that is the contemporary I'm going to swap Misconception out for instead. So until that gets here, I really can't. I kind of want to cheat a bit and read. What the hell is it? A Kingdom of Copper first. Just to get started before that comes, because I have a feeling that book won't get here until Friday, and there's only about 4 days left in the readathon. So, and the fact that I'm also working tomorrow, Friday and Saturday, and I plan Sunday night is probably not going to help either. So, yes. So, unfortunately, yeah, Misconception is not going to get read this month. I will definitely want to come back to it. Just like I said, I'm not in the mood to read anything with text in it. Or there's basically all text, because I really need to be in the mood at the moment to sit down and read. So I think the graphic novel will definitely help me kick back into gear. So I was thinking, not too sure what I want to do, because a part of me does want to start A Shadow in the Ember, but having said that, that is quite a big book to read. So I have not decided what I'm going to do yet. I might watch a bit of Hex's stream. If you don't know who Hex is, she was a presenter on an Australian TV show called Good Game, and she now is both a part-time Twitch streamer, and she runs a show called Back Pocket with some of the ex-presenters of Good Game. So I might watch her stream for a while, because I'm not really in the mood to read tonight either. So that is my update for the moment, and I shall hopefully check back in with you guys when I hopefully have more of a reading update. Hello everyone, and welcome to Friday. So it's currently about 10:30 on Friday morning, and I thought I'd give you guys a bit of a reading update. I did pick up Soul of Stars by Ashley Poston. Obviously I've taken the dust jacket off this, so I'm currently up to page 330. So I'm almost finished the book. I started it the other night, and I got a bit further last night, but I didn't make any more progress yesterday because I didn't finish work till about 11 o'clock, and the next few nights, a couple of nights, are going to be shit, I just know it. But we won't dwell on that. So yes, I am up to page 330 in Solar Stars. Not enjoying it as much as I did the first one. I still quite like it. It's probably sitting on a 4-star rating at the moment, having been, it just doesn't feel, the stakes don't feel as high as they did in the first one. Yeah, so, but like I say, enjoying it still so far. Like I said, I'm up to page 330, so I will hopefully get that finished this afternoon before I go to work. So I've just filmed my November TBR. There's quite a few books on that stack. I didn't realise how many there were until I recorded it. So hopefully I'll get that edited sometime today. If not, it'll probably be tomorrow, depending on how energetic I get. So yes, that's about as much of a reading update as I've got this week. I've basically decided to scrap the rest of the TBR I had for the month because, like I said, it's the last Friday of the month and I'm not going to get to any of those books that I had for Spoopathon. So I'm officially calling it quits on the official TBR I set. But yes, so I will hopefully finish Soul of Stars today. And yeah, so that's where I'm at the moment. So hopefully I can update you guys later. Hey guys, so it's just gone 3 o'clock on Friday afternoon and I have just finished Soul of Stars. Unfortunately, I didn't love this as much as I did the first book. I only gave it 3 out of 5 stars. While I did enjoy the writing as a whole, I just felt, like I said earlier, the stakes weren't as high. They didn't feel as high as the stuff in the first book. So unfortunately, it has missed the mark a little bit in that regard. But I still love the characters of the book, still like the writing style. Just, yes, unfortunately, plot-wise, and the way it ended was a bit anticlimactic too. It just felt a bit too rushed. So, yes, unfortunately, that was only a 3-star rating, but still quite enjoyed it. So, yes, I didn't love it, but I didn't hate it. So, so probably not going to get much other reading done today. I do have to start work in about 3 hours' time, so I will have to have a shower and get organised for work tonight. But so my washing has just gone off. I have to put that in the dryer before I go to work. Sorry, it's just got really smoky here at the moment. So I might not pick up another book this afternoon. If I do, I may gravitate towards A Shadow in the Ember. Really excited to start that, but that is quite a big book, and I sort of don't. I have a feeling that if I start it, it'll eat into next month's TBR, which by the time you see this, it should be posted. But I did get my TBR edited and uploaded today, so I have achieved something else today besides a bit of reading and nothing much else. But yeah, so I might pick up A Shadow in the Ember before I go to work. I may not, so it really depends on how I feel. But yeah, so I'm going to go and put my washing in the dryer and update you again when I have another one.
Look at me! It's actually looking at me.
On the door, it's time for makeup. Perfect smile, it's you they're all waiting for. That's correct, it's Lucky by Britney Spears. A dream is a wish your heart makes. That's the correct answer. Oh, Scythe is the highest answer, streak of 5, but Novelytic's still in the lead. Jess, where are you? Leanne, Kirsty, Scythe, and Zoe Lisa. While sitting beside the fireplace, Snow White sings this song to her 7 dwarf friends. I'm sure it's something like, I'm running out of songs here. I'm beautiful in my way, 'cause God makes no mistakes. I'm on the right track, baby, I was born this way. She sings that to the dwarfs by the fireplace. Someday.
Hello everyone, and welcome to Tuesday. So it is currently about 10:30 on Tuesday night, and I hope you guys enjoyed the little footage montage there from both Halloween and today. It was such a great time. As you can see from today, I've still got my lovely makeup on. I am going to take it off pretty soon because I don't want to go to bed with this lipstick on, but I thought I should come in and give you guys an update. So it is currently day 2 of Believathon / clear ship, etc. But I am about 367 pages into A Shadow in the Ember. So I wasn't planning on starting this, but I couldn't help myself. I had to start. So I am currently more than halfway through, and oh my god, this, I'm calling it right now, I love this more than Blood and Ash. I do. It's gotten me into the story so much quicker than from Blood and Ash did. I know it has started to slack down a bit, but that's fine. Like, the fact that we're now nearly 400 pages in, that is not as bad. I found for Blood and Ash it slowed down a lot earlier and then picked up later. But it is slowing down a bit now, but that's totally fine with me. But oh my god, the banter in this is just beautiful. I absolutely love it. So yes, I'm currently up to page 377. So I was planning on finishing this tonight, but I don't think that's going to happen because I am pretty tired from the last couple of days. But yeah, so hopefully I can finish that either tonight or tomorrow, and then hopefully I'll get started on my buddy reads for Crescent City and A Lot of Bones. So yeah, I want to get those 2 at least read by the end of next week, because Pokemon only runs for 2 weeks. It only runs until the 18th, but I kind of want to get a few of those buddy reads out the way done first, because if you've read Crescent City, you'll know it is a chunky book. It's about 800 pages long, so it is bigger than this. So I don't know why I started the week off with a big book and then immediately I'm going to go into another big one as well. But yes, so that's what I'm up to at the moment. Not much else has been happening this week apart from obviously the Halloween thing on Sunday and then the Melbourne Cup thing today. But yes, that is where I am currently at. So I'm going to go and take off my makeup and probably go to bed, because yeah, I have read a bit more tonight, but I don't think much more is going to get done. But yes, hopefully I shall update you sometime tomorrow. Good afternoon, everyone. So it's currently about lunchtime on Friday afternoon, and I have a reading update. So I finally finished Shadow in the Ember by Jennifer L. Armentrout. Loved it. Gave it 4 stars. Is it better than from Blood and Ash? Yes, it is. I quite enjoyed this a hell of a lot more than I did the first book in From Blood and Ash. Very, very keen to see where book 2 goes in terms of plot and the world building. So obviously, being the prequel to From Blood and Ash, we do find a lot more of the past history and how everything came to pass. So yes, really, really loved it. Gave it 4 stars. Not quite 5-star material, unfortunately, but I did really overall enjoy this. This didn't take me as long to read as From Blood and Ash did. I found Blood and Ash, I kept putting it down and just having to go away, come back, go away, come back. Where this, I could easily sit down for a couple of hours and just devour the story. So that is that one. So I'm going to have a bit of lunch before I dive into my next book, which is going to be Crescent City, because I'm reading that with Paige, Tracy, Erin, and I think it was Rye. I'm not entirely sure that's right, but we do have a Discord server for that buddy group, which I'll obviously by the time this vlog goes up, the buddy read will be all done. So, but yes, so I'm quite interested to reread that because it is a reread for me. With book 2 being out in February next year, I thought the fact that I'm probably not going to get it reread too soon before February, I thought, well, we have a lull between now and Christmas, I thought I'd get it reread. So I'm hopefully planning to get the first 9 chapters of that read today and then start on my my buddy read for A Lyre of Bones, which is being hosted by Jace. So we've got to read up to chapter 5 of that for the first week and then decide who will we cast in the adaptation, which I'm not really good at. I've got to probably see other people's suggestions first before I have an idea myself. But that being said, I may have my own thoughts once I dive into that. But yes, I'm going to go and get some lunch now because I am starting to get hungry, and hopefully I'll get those pages read before I go into work this afternoon. So yes, I shall see you when I have another update. Hello, so it is currently about 8:15 on Saturday, and I'm just about ready to go out with some friends, so I thought I might do my makeup while I have a chat as well. So last night I did my chapters of Crescent City. It's I've totally forgot how much happens within the space of the first 100 pages. It's really just, it's amazing how much you forget with how much was in it story wise. So, and I mentioned this on the Discord last night. I'm saying like, I forgot how much stuff is in here, but one of the major pet peeves I had with the book to start with was the synopsis basically spoiling the beginning of the book in terms of things that happen to certain characters. And I was saying the Discord, I'm like, does anyone feel that should have been left out? Because I feel it really could have been left out, and basically everyone was agreeing like, yeah, that's pretty much major spoilers, especially if you wanted to go in blind like I did. I feel like it just took away a lot of the emotional impact it could have had instead. So yeah, that was basically the consensus of the Discord for that. So it's interesting now to go back and just see how much information I probably missed during my first reread, because at first I thought I gave it only 3 stars when I first read it, but it turns out I gave it 4 because the ending of the book really picked up, whereas the middle was just very, very slow, I felt a lot of it was unnecessary, mostly, but it should be interesting to see what happens this time around, whether I feel the same way about it being just necessarily a bit too slow for an 800-page book. You want action and stuff, but is that just me, or I don't know. It could be just me, but having said that, like I say, a lot of other people agreed too that the first part of the book was basically kind of spoiled on the synopsis, and that probably should have been left out. But I digress. So, yeah, so I got those chapters read yesterday afternoon before work, and I also started me Light of Bones read through. That one at the moment, it's okay, but it'll be interesting to see whether it picks up later on, because I'm only up to chapter 4 of that. I only got 3 chapters read yesterday afternoon, and I'm probably not going to get much read today either, because, like I said, I am going out for most of the morning, so, and I probably won't be in the reading mood when I get home. So, yeah, whether or not I get that read today or not will be another story, but it is what it is. So, yes, but I was talking to the group chat, don't know me, that, and there are prequel novellas, which I did know about, but me being me, I thought, oh no, I don't really have to read that. In context, I probably should have, because apparently it does set up a lot of the world building in terms of the characters and that. So I have downloaded the first novella to read. There's 3 in total, but I probably should. I am hoping to get to read those before I pick up the book again, because I think they'll give me a bit more context in terms of the world and the world building aspects of it. So yes, oh no, here's one to get in my face now. Yeah, so the plan for today is we're going to this Steampunk time. So Steampunk time is well, pretty much what the name suggests. Yes, all the steampunk thing clothes, but they also sell a lot of retro clothes like floral dresses and that kind of stuff. So having spent Tuesday at Kitten Vintage, which was a vintage shop in our hometown, we got to talking about these other vintage places around town, and I mentioned this one that's probably about an hour's drive from where I live, and that I've always been wanting to go and it's probably not much flying shots, is there? Yeah, basically check out this Steampunk time, but I've never had anyone to sort of do it with me, because being the only child and not having too many other friends that are into that sort of stuff, it's hard to I really need people who are a bit older than me to appreciate it, but that's me. I think I'm kind of an old soul deep down, but take that what you will. So yeah, so I'm getting picked up in about half an hour, so that's why I'm doing makeup now, because I really don't want to look like a gremlin while I'm out, because normally I don't do, well, this basically is my main makeup, or apart from some lipstick and that I'm going to put on as well, but normally I don't do big amounts of makeup, because I've never been that into makeup all that much. I only wear makeup to work and town. They're the only 2 places I really wear makeup. Other than that, I am mostly barefaced for 85% of the time. So, it's, yeah. So yeah, that is basically our plans for today. Like I said, I probably won't get much reading done tonight or this afternoon. I probably will get some. I should hopefully catch up on my. So yes, hopefully we should get some good shopping done today. I'm very, very excited to check out this vintage place because, as I said, it's very steampunky themed, and like I said as well, they also have some floral dresses, which I'm really, really excited to check out because I don't own a lot of dresses. I've never been majorly into dresses. It's just never been my thing. So yes, so that is our plans for today, and I am going to finish my makeup and I shall update you when I next have one. Well, hello everybody. So I'm sorry if the lighting's a bit shit at the moment, but this is the best I can do. So I realise I haven't given you guys much of an update because I've just been so busy. Yeah, ever since Saturday, it's just been crazy. But yes, we went out shopping Saturday. Absolutely loved it. Pretty much spent the whole day out, and I don't think I got home till about 4 o'clock, which was a bit tiring because I had to start work at 6. So basically I napped for about 45 minutes, then had a shower and then went to work. And then Sunday we went out for lunch with some of the relatives, and then I had to work Sunday night. So yesterday was pretty much all just relaxing and trying to recuperate. But I thought I might show you guys some of the little goodies I got. So one of the first places we went to was this little new shop that we didn't even know existed, and it's one that was based probably not that far from the destination we went to, but it was this cute little knick-knack shop. I'll post a link to the Facebook page down below. I don't know if they post stuff to other addresses in Australia, but definitely check them out anyway. They're called, I think it was Wind and Willow, but I will link the Facebook page down below. But I thought I'd show you guys some of the cute little birdies I got. So the first one we've got is a nice cute little pink one. I don't know if that's gonna... Yes, that's that one. And then I got that one. It's gonna... Yes, there's... So, probably not best in this light, but these two fellas are just so cute. I normally don't buy stuff like this, but I really say no to these. And they're only $12 each, so $24 for both of these, and they're really good quality too. So that was those. And then of course the main place we went to was a steampunk themed shop, as you saw from some of the footage, but they also had different varieties of normal clothes, steampunk themed clothes, and even some old-fashioned clothes, which is really interesting. Now I wasn't intending to buy anything, but as you can see from this bag, I obviously couldn't control myself, but I got myself this cute little butterfly scarf. It's, I don't know whether that'll... Yes, you can see that. So this was only about, I think it was about $30, and it's just so nice and flowy. It's not too thick, because basically where I live is during winter it doesn't get that cold, but it gets cold enough that you do sometimes just need that little bit of warmth to keep your neck nice and warm. So I thought, this is just absolutely gorgeous. I'm in love with this. So yes, that was pretty much my weekend. And then on the way home we stopped at Kmart. Now, if anyone who's in Australia knows, Kmart is basically this place where you can go nuts with all the cheap stuff. So I got myself this cute little cat mug, $5, $5 whole people. So I know I've got enough mugs, but me being a cat person, how could I say no to this little gem? So that was all I bought. Now I do actually have a reading update for you guys as well. So I have just finished finally my reread of Crescent City by Sarah J Maas. Upon first reading this, I gave it 4 stars. I almost DNF'd it the first time, only because the plot of this took so long to get to. It just felt like it dragged a bit too long for my liking, but I'm glad this time I basically got the breakdown a bit more to savour the story a bit more. I found I enjoyed this a lot more on my reread. So I first gave this 4 stars when I initially read it. It's still the same when I put it through Callpilot. Like I said, only because the plot took so long to get into it, especially being an 800-page book as well. It just really, it felt a bit unnecessary to take so long to get to it, the plot. But having said that, I really I love Sarah J Maas's writing, love the characters, and the banter is just, as we've discussed in the Discord for this, alcohol is our new favourite word. If you've read this, you'll know what that means. But, oh my god, this rereading this has just made me so excited for book 2, which comes out in February next year. So, but 3 months to go, but this just made me want to purchase that book even more. So I still need to do that, but yes, gave this 4 stars. Loved it more the second time round. So that is that one. I'm just trying not to move too much because I have got this camera on a tripod sitting on my bed. So I'm not going to try and move too much just in case this falls over. But I'm also now halfway through the Liar of Bones read through. So this is by Helen Shearer, who is an Australian author. And this is part of a group read I'm doing with Jace and Fable over at Devoured Pages over on Instagram. So this follows a young girl called Ro, who's basically been a bone cleaner for most of her life, and she is the daughter of a infamous criminal, and one day she decides to take part in this Queen's tournament it's essentially to prove herself more than just being the daughter of this infamous criminal. So I'm up to chapter 12 at the moment. Enjoying this so far at the moment. I know I said before I wasn't quite invested to start with, but I did go and read the 3 prequel novellas before I continue with this. If you do decide to pick this up, I highly suggest you do read the prequels first, because that gives you more an idea of the world in general, and it gives you more of a background to the world. Whereas if you just read this on its own, I think I feel you don't get as much out of it if you haven't read the prequels. So I do suggest you do that first. But yes, like I said, I'm up to page 12 so far, just over the halfway mark. So I have finished my chapters for the week, but I may keep reading this tonight. I'll see how I feel. But basically, I want to try and get this read before, hopefully by the end of the week, because Pokemon-thon ends on the 18th, which is Thursday next week. So about 8-9 days time. So I would like to get this finished by the end of the week, because I do have a couple of other books on that TBR to read before the 18th. So one of them I'm hoping to start soon is the read along for These Hollow Vows by Lexi Ryan. So this is another group read I'm doing with the girls over at the Fantasy Friends Book Club. I don't know, I'll link it down here if I mess that up. But yes, this is their pick of the month for the buddy read. So this, I think I said this in my TBR, but this is like an ACOTAR. It's kind of very similar to ACOTAR from what I've heard. But yes, so this essentially follows a young girl who makes a deal to steal, I think it's something from the Fae King, to essentially for her sister. I don't know too much about it, but yes, I'm quite keen to see what it's like, because I am highly obsessed with the cover, because just look at it. Is that going for, no, a bit too dark. So yes, I'm hopefully gonna get that started hopefully sometime tomorrow. But yes, my main focus for the rest of the week is probably to finish this first, because like I said, I would like to get this finished by the end of the week, because like I said, Pokemon-a-thon runs until the 18th, but the baby for this is a month long, so basically we're doing a certain amount of chapters each week, but I would like to get this finished by the end of this week, because I do have a few more books I need to get through for my TBR. So that is where I'm up to at the moment. I'm probably going to settle down now and do a bit more reading, but yes, so that is what I've been up to over the last few days. Like I said, since Saturday I haven't had much time to really do anything. So I will sign off here for now and catch up with you guys when I next have an update. Hello, so it is a hot minute since I last updated you. I am so sorry, but I've just not been in the mood to really record. So it's currently the 24th of November, Wednesday night. Yeah, not a lot of reading got done the last week and a half, but the week before I did finish 2 books. The first was The Liar of Bones by Helen Shearer. I think I gave this 3.5 4 stars out of 5. Reading the prequels really helped me enjoy this a lot more. I definitely sorry, I just got my hair in my mouth. Yeah, I definitely recommend reading the prequels to this first, because it does give more of a context to the world and some of the characters that you don't really get to see much of in this. You do sort of get an insight into their backgrounds and why they are the way they are, but definitely read the prequels before you read this. It definitely helped me understand the world a bit more. My main gripe with this is the world building needs to be done a little bit better. I've been talking with the others in the group chat we have for this as well, and some of them feel the same way. The way the world is described, you kind of get confused at some point, because you think, oh yeah, it's one way, but then the way you read another scene, you think, well, hold on, what? So yeah, I think the world building in this needs to be done just that little bit better. But overall, I did really enjoy this. Like I said, I gave it 3.54 stars out of 5, which is not pretty good for my rating. So yes, I'm very, very keen to read book 2, which I got in the mail last week or the week before. I can't remember. It's been a while since like I said, it's been a while since I've vlogged, because I've just not been in the mood. So that is that one. And then last week, I think I finished These Hollow Vows by Lexi Ryan. So this was the group read for the Fantasy Friends Book Club on Instagram. I really, really enjoyed this. I think I only gave it 4 out of 5 stars. Not quite 5-star material, only because I did get into a bit of a slump, and I just kind of stopped reading. I think that's only because I didn't want to I know it's because I didn't want to keep reading and find out what happened. I was really into it. I put it down and then didn't pick it up again for another few days. Not that that's a bad thing, I just was not in the mood to read at all. So yes, like I said, really, really enjoyed this. Gave it 4 out of 5 stars. I would describe... Originally, I thought this might be very similar to ACOTAR, and in a way it is, but this is actually, it is quite different to ACOTAR. It does sort of still follow the sort of fae creature sort of storyline and forbidden love aspect, but I really liked, what was the chick's name? Brie as a character. I liked her determination. I liked her character growth. The couple of love interests, there is, like I said, I don't know whether I said this or not, probably not the best time to record this, as it is after 11 o'clock, but I probably should have updated as soon as I finished it. But yes, I liked, it does have a love triangle in it, so if that's not your thing, I probably wouldn't suggest it, but like I said, really, really liked the writing in this. There were some plot points that I did predict. That didn't hinder my enjoyment of it at all. The only reason I gave it 4 out of 5 stars was because it probably was because of those couple of little things that it was kind of obvious that they were going to happen, and you kind of knew that certain people who weren't who they said they were, and I turned out to be correct. So not that that dampened my overall enjoyment of it. Like I said, the 4 out of 5 star rating is quite good. But I'm very, very excited to read the sequel to this, which I think comes out in May next year. Don't quote me on that, I'm not entirely sure. But yes, so they were the 2 books I finished before. And the latest one I just finished tonight, probably about 10 minutes ago, was Scythe by Neil Shusterman. So this is the book club read for the Last to Read book club that has Mel, Ellie and Lana. So I only picked this up today. Now, the first 150 pages I was not vibing with this book at all. I was really, really worried that I was going to DNF it. Just because it took a little bit longer than I would have liked to get into the main thick of the story. I think it probably could have been trimmed a little bit more, but once the main plot got going, I really devoured this. I could not put it down. I pretty much finished this in one day. So I started this about, I think it was 3 o'clock this afternoon, and only just finished it now. So that's a very, very strong indicator of how much I did quite enjoy this at the end. Like I said, the beginning was really worrying for me because I was not vibing with it at all. I'm thinking, oh my god, hurry up, get there. So that is why it only gets a 4 out of 5 stars. The rest of the book really, really picked up the rating for me. I like the concept of this. So this is a dystopian world where death is non-existent, pretty much. The only way you can die is if these creatures, well, they're not really creatures, they're human beings called Scythes, come to your house and basically bump you off, essentially. And if you get bumped off, then the rest of the family can request immunity. So basically, once you get cut off, they can request to not be killed off, basically. And yes, so I really like the world building in this. Very, very different to what I was expecting. It kind of reminded me a little bit of I think it was the Afterlife series by Gina Show. So that sort of had like a alternate, well, not alternate universe, it was, that series played a lot with the idea of death and, you know, what happens after you go. Whereas this is sort of more along the lines of, you know, what happens in a society where there is basically no disease, no death, and basically this society of Scythe have to choose when your time is to go, essentially. So I'm really, really keen to read book 2 in next month. I probably won't not get to it later in the month like I did with this one. Like I said, it is the 24th of November as I'm recording this. So, yes. That is my reading progress I've made, so I'm quite happy with that. Other than that, I haven't really been doing much else. Went to see The Eternals. I can't remember when that came out. I think it was the first week in November. Not my favourite Marvel movie. I reckon they could have made that a TV show instead. It's not one I'd rush out to see again. That doesn't mean I didn't enjoy it. I enjoyed it for what it was. I definitely think there were some plot choices in that film that could have been more expanded on, pretty much. So and it's a long movie too. It's about a 3-hour movie. So I understand with movies that obviously you can't expand a lot of stuff out in the time you've got. But having said that, a TV show for me would have really expanded the world a lot more, if that makes sense. So I really felt it could have been done better as a TV series, but like I said, still enjoyed it for what it was. Not my favourite Marvel movie out of all of them, but yeah, wouldn't rush out to see it again. Definitely thought it could be a TV show. And then the other one I saw, not the Sunday just gone, the Sunday previously, was No Time to Die. So this is Daniel Craig's last Bond film, thankfully. Oh, no. Wasn't thankfully. What was I talking about? I love Daniel Craig as James Bond. Oh, I'm tired, can you tell? So, yeah, we went and saw that not last Sunday, the Sunday before. And Skyfall is still my favourite film out of all. How many films? Is it 1, 2? Oh, it's 2. Wait, in the evening for this, I can't think. But, yes, Skyfall is still my favourite out of the Daniel Craig era. I really enjoyed his movies. I never used to watch Bond at all until Craig picked up the reins. So, yes, I'm very sad to see him end his tenure, but after so many movies, I can understand why he's doing it. You know, like, the dude's set for life. He doesn't need to make any more movies, but obviously he's more than welcome to. So yeah, not my favourite out of Daniel Craig's movies. Skyfall is still my top favourite out of all of the ones he's made. But yes, it was a very fitting end to his tenure. There were a couple of plot elements that I sort of went, oh, okay, I'm surprised that they went in that direction. But the way they ended it, and I don't think this is going to be much of a spoiler if you don't want to, if you haven't seen it yet and you do, but the way they sent him off, essentially, I was surprised they went down the road that they did. I didn't expect them to do it, but then I wasn't surprised either. But overall, I still enjoyed it. Definitely, like I said, not my favourite, but still a good entry to that. So, yes, that is currently what I'm up to at the moment in terms of reading and movies. So I'm going to probably go to bed now because, like I say, it is after 11 o'clock, and if you probably can't tell, I am very tired. So, yes, I'm going to sign off for now and hopefully give you guys another update before the end of the month. So we are, like I said, we're on the 24th of November now. It is going to be the 30th on Tuesday. So I've got another week and a half, a bit over a week and a bit to read some more books on my TBR, but at this stage of the year I'm not in a rush. As I said in my TBR for the month, that any books I don't finish this month, I'm going to roll over to next month. Obviously, now we're getting to the tail end of the year. Everyone's sort of not really caring. They're sort of winding down quite a lot. But it's not a bad thing either. I know Christmas is a very busy time of year, especially in my line of work. But yes, I'm going to go sign off and go to bed because like I said, I am tired. And hopefully I can give you guys another update sooner than this one. Because, yes, like I said earlier, my heart has not been in the right space for reading. But, yes, I'm going to go to bed now because I'm very tired. So, check in with you again soon. Hey guys, so I thought I'd just check in for the last time for this vlog. So, it is currently about 9 o'clock on the 29th of November. And I thought I'd pop in and wrap this vlog up because it has been quite a long one. So over the weekend I finished 2 books, which I was quite surprised about actually because I didn't think I would, because my reading has been very weird this month. Like I'll read a couple of books, feel on a high, and then I'll just go flatline. I'll just flatline and just not read anything. So on Friday I started and finished King of the Wicked by Kerry Manisalko. So this was part of my Clear Your Shit TBR for a couple of prompts. I can't remember what they were now. I know at least one of the prompts was to steal of someone else's TBR. So in this one we followed a girl called Amelia who is seeking revenge for the death of her sister and quite essentially makes this bargain with one of the princes of hell called the Wrath. And it's quite unclear in the beginning what the terms are, but basically they've entered into this agreement where they've kind of sworn to help each other out and yada yada yada. So I quite enjoyed the reading of this. Like I said, I finished it in a day. Gave it 4 stars. Not quite 5-star material because it was a little bit predictable, but being YA and the fact that I am now in my 30s, I might just be getting better at predicting stories. But anyway, so yes, 4 stars to this one. Really enjoyed it. Quite looking forward to picking up the sequel for that. So yes, that was that one. And then yesterday I finished 6 Crimson Cranes by Elizabeth Lim. So this was also on my Clear Shit TBR for a book that I think it was contained an animal and featured a journey. So in this one we follow a young princess who is one day essentially cursed by the stepmother, and she curses the princess and the 6 brothers, and the brothers, of course, obviously turn into cranes, as you can probably see from the book. So yes, the stepmother turns the princess and the brothers into cranes, but the rules of this curse essentially are she can't speak of it to anyone, otherwise they brothers are dead, just dead. So I've read one of Elizabeth's books before. It was Spin the Dawn. I really quite enjoyed that. That's another series I need to finish, but that's a topic for another day. So yes, I really like this. I love the writing style in this, love the setting. 4-star prediction, not quite 5 stars, as previously with Kingdom of the Wicked, I found a couple of plot points I sort of predicted from the beginning, and not that dampened my enjoyment of both, and weren't quite 5-star material. So that was the second one I completed over the weekend. And the last one I completed, probably for this month, because I'm probably not going to get any reading done tomorrow, because I've got to start Christmas shopping tomorrow, because I haven't actually started. I think I've bought maybe 1 present. It's really bad, but we'll ignore that. So the book I started and also finished today was Desperate Measures by Katie Robert. Now, I'll be quite honest, I've never read any of Katie's books before, and this is a genre that I typically don't gravitate towards, so it's a very steamy Disney retelling, essentially. So this one follows Jasmine and Jafar. So the Wicked Villain series is essentially based on Disney villains. So this one you've got Aladdin, I think, what are the other ones? There's Beauty and the Beast, Hercules, what were the other ones? Hook, Sleeping Beauty. Anyway, that's as much as I can remember about this. Yeah, so this is, I think, what do they call it? Is it reverse harem? I'm not entirely sure. Generally, these are not books I typically tend to gravitate towards. Like, I don't mind sex in books, but generally I do like plot in books as well. I will say that if you're looking for a book with both plot and sex, you're definitely not going to get it with this, because it's, the way I describe it is very horny Disney characters. very horny Disney characters, but I really enjoyed this a lot more than I thought. Gave it 4 stars. Like, the lack of plot probably pulled it down a bit, but having said that, I knew that was a thing probably going into it. I had a strong feeling that there probably wasn't going to be a great deal of plot, so that probably lowered my expectations a little bit more, because normally that would be a major red flag to me in any other book, but the fact that this is sold as basically a kinky kind of series, I knew there probably wasn't going to be much plot, and I was right. But I really enjoyed this. Gave it 4 stars. I did not expect to like it as much as I did. Generally, some of the stuff that's featured in this it's not something I really like in books. I tend to avoid those kind of books. Like 50 Shades of Grey, I avoided those books like the plague. But I was quite surprised about how much I actually enjoyed this. So yes, the way I would describe this book is very horny Disney characters, but it was a very great read. So absolutely enjoyed it. 4 stars. Definitely looking forward to reading the rest of the series, but that is a topic for another video, which hopefully should be coming out soon. So stick around for that. But yes, so I'm going to leave it here, because as I said earlier, this vlog is probably gone for a lot longer than I intended, mainly because I feel like weekly vlogs, my weeks are not interesting enough to justify doing a weekly vlog. I find I can get more into a monthly vlog than a weekly one, so probably going forward from here, that's what I will be doing, only because, like I said, it's a lot. For me, I can put more content into a monthly vlog than a weekly one, because like I said, generally my weekly life tends to be, sorry, I've got a bit of a sore throat at the moment, very borderline, so not a lot happens in my weekly life. So yes, but I'm going to leave this here. Thank you guys so much for sticking around if you've made it this far. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up as always, and I shall hopefully see you in the next one. Bye.